game. So it's a game which is really enjoyable. So you have to go there and do what you love to do all the time and what you can do to win the game.
How pleased were you when CAF said that you could play these extra games? Because you could have missed quite a few more Premier League matches, but they've enabled you to be able to play in a couple more key fixtures.
I think for sure Liverpool will be happy than any other clubs, because there are many players going to African. So, and I think it was a good arrangement between CAF and FIFA for sure and Premier League to stay until the 3rd January, and which is, we players also appreciating.
And in that period, whilst you're away, you'll be hoping when you get back that maybe Liverpool are in a final.
For sure. I know it won't be easy, but it's part of the game. I think, like I said, now we are Liverpool big team, so without us, I think for sure they will make it, and hopefully, of course, we'll be watching them, and we're gonna wish them all the best. We're gonna be the 11th, 12th supporters, players out of the pitch, but so I'm not worried, but because we have great players who will make the difference for us.
So that was Sadio Mane speaking there. Both he and Mo Salah are the only two players to play in all of 19 of Liverpool's Premier League matches this season. So Karen Carney, I'm sure the fans will be expecting a good shift before they go.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just thinking then, I was just speaking to someone as I fancy Mane today. You know, he's got no goal in 9, but there's just something about it when he missed a chance against Leicester. I'm thinking as a forward, sometimes just like you get to a next game, you're like, I just don't care anymore. And I don't know, just as a bit of a gut. And I think it'll be an interesting battle between him and Chalobah potentially and Azpilicueta. So I fancy he might step up today.
Of course, they're not the only team with these issues around AFCON. Chelsea are going to be missing Edouard Mendy, John, as well, who's been an absolute rock for them recently.
Yes, they are. So Kepa will have to step up into the breach there. But, he's got a stack of experience, but they are going to count on him over the course of the next few weeks or so. But at the same time, this has not just suddenly landed upon them. They've known this was coming.
And just finally, in the pictures we can see on the telly, they are showing the safe standing. So just one to you, Karen, on this. Do you feel the time is right? I mean, it's a huge landmark day, isn't it, at Stamford Bridge for those that have been campaigning for it for so long, and the impact it might have on the atmosphere. What a game for us to find out.
Oh, already the atmosphere is electric here, and I just can't wait for kick-off. Going back to the standing thing, as long as it's done properly and with safety and all the protocols and the precautions, then we'll see how it pans out. As long as everyone's safe, then there shouldn't be any issues. But everyone's can't wait for this game now and kick off.
I've just been having a look at it, Emma. Actually, there's a section where the Liverpool fans are, so obviously that's highly significant. And much of the Matthew Harding stand lower tier, that's all rail seating, this safe standing area. And it's just been interesting actually just watching them, combination of people, some of them choosing to stand, some of them choosing to sit. And it'd be nice to think that we'd hear from some of them on 606 later to explain how they felt it was in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm sure that both sets of fans will be hoping that they're on their feet with plenty to cheer about anyway. But we are just approaching the final couple of minutes before kick-off. So with that, here it is, Chelsea against Liverpool. It's always such a great occasion, but with both teams on the brink of losing their place in the title race, this really is huge. Here to take you through our second Premier League commentary of the day is Karen Carney alongside John Murray.
Thank you very much, Emma. Yes, welcome everyone inside Stamford Bridge on this Sunday afternoon in 2022. Liverpool and Chelsea preparing to lock horns again. And absolutely right, as Emma says, after Manchester City's victory yesterday, I'm sure many people will think that we're about to watch the two outsiders in what is now a one-horse race. But Karen Carney, nobody within the two clubs will be thinking that, will they? Chelsea and Liverpool, they will feel that they have to still have a chance in this race.
Yeah, like I said, this is a cup final, and that's why I'm hoping there'll be lots of goals, because someone has to come away with 3 points, because a draw's not good enough for either of them. and then whoever wins is in it, whoever loses is out really. There's no way they're catching Manchester City, so it's a must-win game for both teams. That's why I'm absolutely buzzing for it, and you can hear the atmosphere, the noise, the fans are as well, both home and away fans, so this should be a brilliant game, John.
Yes, Chelsea and Liverpool. Jordan Henderson and Cesar Azpilicueta have just completed the formalities in the centre circle. It's going to be Liverpool to kick off. Jordan Henderson just turns in the centre circle, claps his hands, urges on his teammates. Liverpool will play from left to right in the first half, so Chelsea attacking the shed stand to our left. Chelsea in the blue shirts, blue shorts and white socks, and Liverpool in the almost all red trim. So this is 5 Live on this Premier League Sunday. BBC Sounds as well, wherever you are on the move. And the World Service listeners have joined us as well, as the players are taking a knee here, and there's applause all around Stamford Bridge. Referee Anthony Taylor blows the whistle and the match begins. Chelsea in second, Liverpool in third. But as we know, Manchester City with now a hefty lead at the top of the table. City 11 points ahead of Chelsea and 12 above Liverpool. And a yellow card in the first few seconds for a challenge by Sadio Mane on Cesar Azpilicueta right out there on the far side. And actually, the replay shows that Sadio Mane did lead with his arm there, his forearm, and catch Azpilicueta, who has gone down clutching his face off the field. I think he's okay, he is, he's back on his feet. But a yellow card for Sadio Mane. Yeah,
straight from the kick-off, it got set back, Konate's booted it long, and it's just gone in the air, and you're right. Sadio Mane's gone up with Azpilicueta and he's caught him with his left elbow, and he's got himself that yellow card, but again, we're away.
Well, that's added a little bit of, as if this match between these two clubs needs any edge at all. There is not a great liking between the two sets of supporters. Mason Mount chases one down the right-hand side and gets a touch to it, but it bounces out of play for a throw into Liverpool in the left-back position. So Tsimikas is going to take this. Andy Robertson is also among the absentees today, completes his suspension after his sending off at Tottenham. Kovacic plays the ball through the inside left position, but Alexander-Arnold gets there first, plays it away, but he's given possession back to Chelsea and to Kovacic. Here's Alonso now on the left-hand side. Pass all the way back towards the left-hand side. Rudiger's ball into the edge of the area. Havertz, now Kante, into the edge of the box. Mount couldn't quite find a little pass through to Havertz. And Liverpool are able to clear it. Chelsea come again, though. And then it's worked back to Kante. Kante, little chip, took a deflection on the edge of the area. Van Dijk was able to readjust and head it away. And Liverpool with Jota played forward towards Sadio Mane. Chalobah is there with him. He's challenged. Mane loses possession. Milner snaps in on the challenge on N'Golo Kante. What a tackle that was. Bounces down in the centre circle now, but Chelsea are back in possession. What a start this is. 0-0, but end to end. Here's Alonso now. Alonso angling back to Kovacic. Has 3 Liverpool players around him. Alonso on the left-hand side near the corner flag. Here's the cross into the heels of Alexander-Arnold, and it loops behind for a Chelsea corner.
Wow, 2.5 minutes in and he's already started with some right energy, but Chelsea more front-footed, really started to press, be aggressive. They've won themselves a corner, but the wing-backs are key in this. You've already seen Azpilicueta's not afraid to get forward, and there Alonso was getting right forward, pushing the back four of Liverpool back, and you've got themselves a corner now for Chelsea.
Mason Mount just arrives, just walks calmly towards the corner flag, juggles the ball, pops it down, takes the corner, actually takes it back to Alonso. Alonso's ball in from the left flank is headed away by Milner on the edge of the area. Still some Chelsea supporters arriving at the ground. I guess they will know the news that Romelu Lukaku has been left out of both the team and indeed the match day squad by Thomas Tuchel after his comments in an interview with Italian television that surfaced this week. Alexander-Arnold now in the Liverpool left-back area. He clears it away downfield. It comes back to Fabinho in the middle of his own half. Fabinho turning the ball in field, but there's no one there in a red shirt, so Chelsea are back in possession. Pulisic, and then back to Kovacic, and all the way back to Thiago Silva. It's an important return for Chelsea. He was absent, returned to training. There seemed to be some doubt about whether he was going to be fit enough the Brazilian, 37 years old now, but here he is in possession. It's a long pass down the right-hand side past Azpilicueta to chase. He attempted to pull it back to Pulisic, but delivered it straight to the feet of Alexander-Arnold. And Liverpool should clear. Henderson doesn't get it away though. Van Dijk nods it away near the edge of his own box, and Chelsea, who are dominating possession in the early moments. Here's Chalobah coming in on the right-hand side of the three central defenders. So Azpilicueta is the right wing-back. In fact, let me run you through the teams. I've not done that. Mendy in goal, Chalobah, Thiago Silva and Rudiger, the three central defenders, Azpilicueta and Alonso, the wing-backs, and Kante and Kovacic in the middle, Pulisic, Mount, and then Kai Havertz, ball out of play for a throw into Chelsea halfway inside their own half. And the Liverpool team, Kelleher in goal, Alisson is absent, Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Tsimikas are the back four. Lovely turn from Thiago Silva away from Sadio Mane, they enjoyed that. Fabinho with Henderson and Milner in midfield, and then Salah, Jota and Mane up front. Mane already yellow carded. Here is Konate coming in. Konate takes the ball out towards the Liverpool left, and then gives Kelleher a pass which he clears downfield. Mane now, an early ball across to Salah. Mendy had to make the save, but he did. Rudiger went with Salah, but he was able to get the shot in. But Mendy, coming out of his 6-yard box, was able to make the save, diving to his right.
Yeah, look, early mistake from Chalobah. I said earlier, Mane and Chalobah's shot. Oh, here's Chelsea.
Ball played forward for Pulisic. Left corner of the penalty area, into the box. On his right foot now. Konate is there. Henderson coming back as well. And they were able to smuggle the ball away from Pulisic. And then Liverpool win a throw-in halfway inside their own half, Karen.
I know Chelsea just had that Pulisic chance, but Henderson came back and denied that opportunity. But the other end there, though, was a mistake from Chalobah, and Mane was right onto it. Straight away, I thought he could have carried on a little bit more, but he's tried to play the early pass into Salah. I think Rudiger was there that denied the chance. He did get the connection, Salah, but not quite the connection he wanted, and Mendy there's pulled up a good save. But that was the battle I was talking about, John. Chalobah and Mane, I think if Mane can really get at Chalobah. Sometimes I've seen him a little bit nervous. He just needs to settle in the game, Chalobah.
Yep, so Chalobah, Sadio Mane running away and setting up Salah there, who has not scored in 4 Premier League appearances for Liverpool here at Stamford Bridge, which, remember, was one of his former clubs. Ball played forward for Chelsea. Alexander-Arnold comes across though in front of Pulisic, clears it. Oh, it's deflected back to Pulisic. Pulisic against Kelleher, who makes the save. Gets down at his feet, spread himself well. Kelleher coming in for the absent Alisson, and that's such an important contribution from the Irishman.
Wow.